Hey everyone, and welcome back to another week with the HLP. For announcements this week, I only have the one, and that is we are going to be doing a community night once again on January 27th at 8 p.m. in our Discord. So if you would like to join our community night, please go ahead and get ready for January 27th. And for those who are patrons, you have the option to vote on what our community night activity is on Patreon. That's everything I have for this week. So with that, I can welcome you into episode 232, Kill Chamberlain.
Do you like liquor and things that go boom? Then buckle up, listener, because this one's for you. Prepare yourself for the Hideous Laughter Podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Hideous Laughter Podcast, episode 232. And, I mean, let's just get to the drinks. I gotta, because I'm tired of talking about tabletop shit at this point.
Yeah. Let's get to the drinks, guys.
Get to the drinks. I'm done talking about open gaming licenses and all that bullshit. Tired of it. I'm going to open this gaming license. So you'll shoot your eye out, kid. An Imperial Milk Stout with peanut butter and chocolate from Hitchhiker Brewing. Guess what time of the year I got this one?
You've probably been sitting on this a while. Maybe like Oktoberfest, probably, right?
Thanksgiving.
yeah, Oktoberfest. It's decent. You want to try it?
Yeah, sure, man.
It's a little like kind of, I don't know. It's like
Smells great.
Peanut butter is a little heavy for me.
Oh, yeah. Peanut butter is a little heavy.
It's almost like peanut butter banana. I don't know why I taste banana.
But they pack a ton of flavor in there, you know.
Well, what do you got? I
Dude.
see tentacles on the can.
Yeah, I know. So I'm really excited here. This is a beer from a brewery that I like quite a bit, Imperial Oak Brewing, back in Willow Springs, Illinois. This is Dark Water, an Imperial Black IPA. I'm going to give this one a try. And sounds like you might be interested there,
Yeah,
Graham. So I'll flip this your way, too. Oh, yeah. I mean, for a black IPA, it's pretty IPA.
That's a little hoppier than your
you could convince
IPA.
me that's just a regular IPA, but it's good.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's certainly not as roasty as your average black IPA. Like, I agree. I feel like you'd have to pour that out for like into a glass for me to really believe it.
Yeah. Well, it's a tall boy and it's 8.5%. So I'll be doing good.
Yeah, you won't be feeling it.
Nah.
Emily, you got anything good over there?
I am drinking an apple cinnamon press this evening.
Just when we bought that.
I don't know. You guys were drinking press about, I want to say 15 episodes ago. So
15 weeks back in fall. Apple cinnamon's a fall thing. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Perfect for a nice, cool evening.
Haley, you got anything good over there?
I don't have anything really exciting today.
As in you're not drinking?
Yeah.
Wow. It's a Friday night.
Look, I'm so sorry.
The most embarrassing time to not have one.
I call it fry yay. Because I'm fun in the office.
Oh boy, you are probably so fun.
God, you're the worst.
You're so fun.
weekend plans? Happy Friday.
You're the worst.
Hey, Mike, what day is it? It's like, don't make me say it.
But yeah, I have I have a cappuccino, a frozen cappuccino, and I have also a water bottle.
How's that cappuccino still frozen?
Because the cup that I have it in doesn't allow it to melt, which did make it drinking it very, very difficult this morning when I first poured it. So it's been still like just trying to melt, but it's very frozen. But yeah, that I also wasn't feeling the best, and so I would like to stick with my water.
Whatever, dude.
Sorry.
Emily, please bring this back.
Well, I already went, but there is one more person who hasn't
you're
gone.
right, Sorry. I was trying
You're talking
to
about press a little more.
Yeah, I was trying to hold off on the Brooks train, but I guess it's leaving the station.
Yeah,
Brooks.
you can consider the train has been left. So
What in the world is that?
yes, I have the drink
Whoa.
this week, and the most important part is what I'm drinking it out of, and it is, well, first off, the cup and handle is made by Jonathan, and the 3D logos on it have been printed by like Willie, and they're friends from work, and I have to say it is absolutely incredible, and it is
Yeah,
like,
they did a great job on that.
yeah.
What's in the top
That is
though?
super intense.
So the doctor said I should line it in plastic just to be sure, in terms of what it's sealed with, but it is
Like your wife.
Yeah, the doctor.
Just want to make sure you didn't go, like, talk to another doctor.
Nope, just me.
Nope, didn't need to.
Makes
Didn't
sense.
need to.
The doctor that's close.
Hmm.
It looks like you could bash someone's brains out with that.
You could
Yeah, I mean, it's
absolutely.
It's solid.
You could build a house on this. It is so
that thing's
solid
like a foot tall.
and very beautifully routed. So, thank you very much. And so I have to say also that he caught up from 0 to 2 caught up since we have been in Minnesota, which has been like 6 months.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Yeah, that's a trip.
Absolutely incredible.
Welcome to present day.
You guys must not do a lot of work, huh?
And so, yeah, and I think that he only started making this after he found out that we didn't have a
You
chalice.
guys don't have a challenge.
Here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I-
So it's like that's the Minnesota challenge.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I have the drink this week. It works out so perfectly, which is Coke, rum, and triple sec.
It's called Jar of Dirt, and it was suggested by Gainfully Employed Tart.
I have a question. Are you always going to line it in saran wrap?
No, we'll figure out.
Temporary. That's only temporary. But
It looks pretty wild.
yeah, it looks a little wild. We had to kind of make what do.
You're like pseudo drinking out of the chalice, but really you're just having an adult Capri Sun over there. With that. You're drinking out of a bag.
Nah, the plastic's not totally closed, so it's not quite the adult Capri Sun.
It's like a reverse brown bag drink.
there we go, there you
Okay.
go.
Well, as far as the drink goes, the triple sec has no place here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
It's the dirt
it
part.
is quite hefty on the rum part.
All right, well, guys, I have a wager that I want to propose.
Oh, is this because sports betting on your phone is legal now in Ohio?
exactly.
That happened like 2 days ago or something.
Yeah, well, I've been getting ads for it, like
Yep.
nonstop.
Oh my
It's been,
gosh.
one of the guys from the Impractical Jokers keeps doing it. He's on the ads. Who else is on the ads?
I don't know. I just hear a lot of them.
Yeah.
What's your proposal?
I didn't know that was even the case. This is the first I'm hearing about this. I can't believe you've had ads for it.
Oh yeah,
Literally
lots of them.
nonstop for 2 weeks. Like get $200 off your first bet on
You got
DraftKings.
$5. You get 200 in free bets. We've heard this.
Yeah.
Where are you getting these ads?
The Blowback podcast. Where else have I heard that?
Any
I think
like,
Hulu. I've seen it. I've seen ads on Hulu.
Literally
I,
none.
I definitely
Not
see
a
them on.
single one.
They pop up on TikTok for sure.
Huh. Well, they know that I don't like to gamble because it makes me anxious and sweat. So that's probably why.
like
Me too.
any
I
so-
get them anyway. I'm still sweating in my apartment.
it is extremely heavy on any NFL or NHL game. It's
Yeah,
too much.
Yeah, it's way too much. But in the spirit of that, who do we have that hasn't drank? Is it just the Ohio crew that hasn't drank this cycle? Or,
I'm pretty
The
sure.
Ooh, I think-
boys.
Right.
Because I haven't gone yet.
yeah,
I was
so-
able to hold off on keep Emily out of the
wait.
chalice spot.
Don't roll yet.
Okay.
So this is my proposal because we're doing these back to back, and there's no possible way that next week there could be a drink poll. So my proposal is that whoever loses today gets to drink whatever they want on the next episode because there's no drink poll.
But that's just how that works, though.
Well, normally we would say, normally we would say, okay, we're drinking whatever we want, and
So actually,
Haley lost, so she's drinking the week after that.
Yeah.
But instead,
so this time you're saying the loser just wins?
Instead, what I'm
Yes.
wagering is that the person that loses today doesn't have to participate in a poll.
Okay.
I was so worried you were going to say whoever loses has to go do one of the sessions downstairs.
Don't bring that up.
We're not doing those.
No, I know. I'm glad. I'm glad.
All right, if I lose, I'm drinking a sesh.
No,
No, I'm not
He's
doing that.
bad playing
Fuck that.
himself. He's
Absolutely
bad playing
fuck that. Natural
12.
20.
Fantastic.
Oh.
This is the year of Steve.
Wow, Steve.
Haley, I'll see you in the championship.
Yes. The year of Steve.
I'm really proud of you, Steve.
This might be the time.
boy.
This could be his time.
It's the October 8th babies facing off. The stakes have never been higher.
There can only be one.
Yeah, this is the true underdog story. Vicious empire that has won half of them
Mm-hmm.
versus true underdog that has never won a single cup.
Yep.
And doesn't even drink out of it. She doesn't even.
Oh
drink out
yeah,
of it.
yeah. The evil empire that never drinks out of the.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I win, I'm taking it home. Like, I'm going to take care of it. Yeah.
Like
It'd be
the
nice.
egg in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
He's bringing the hamster home, baby.
Yep. It's going to be on my nightstand.
He tries to run away.
He drinks everything at home out of it.
I mean, he said he was going to...
People on video calls are just like, what
drink
the-
out of it with on his video calls.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to raise the ante. If I win, I will unironically drink water out of it during a work meeting.
All right.
And let that happen.
That's
All right,
gonna
I'll pay
raise
that.
On video.
I'll pay $5 to bet $200 on that. Well, when last we left our heroes, they finished up the ghouls and the tyrant's whispers that were compelling them to eat gross body parts, and they surveyed kind of the entirety of that part of Renchurch, found some interesting information, namely that corpses are being made to look like Kendra, and they got some loot, and then they buffed up. They headed into the hallway where they could hear a conversation happening in a room that to the south of the hallway. But before they were able to check that out, a haunt triggered, suffocating both the Lopper and Lyra. They were able to dispatch the haunt, and that's where we find them.
Yeah, so we need to heal up, obviously. So to heal quickly, effectively, etc., Eclipse is going to use 1 point from her conjuration pool to do basically a flesh mend, which is the equivalent of a cure serious wounds. And then Tulia is going to cast Infernal Healing Greater, which takes 1 minute, but over the course of that minute, the Lopper will heal 40 points. And then I will look for help.
Mm-hmm. I think Matsumbe, having recognized the haunt and being the one to really start dispatching it, is going to lean into his Inquisitor side for a moment. We must continue forward as quickly as possible. We heard people in the next room. We cannot let the momentum stop. And he is going to use the spontaneous channeling ability of the book to convert a ton of his spells into healing magics. So we did this off air, and some of this we actually did retroactively for the healing that we needed to do in the last episode midway through. But Matsumbe burns up almost the last of his spells. I've got like 3 left or something really low.
Uska rushes up to Lyra's side, who's just laying on the ground, and she checks for signs of life, and seeing Lyra's shallow breathing, she uses 1 charge of a Cure Light Wound wand And then when Lyra is conscious again, she's going to convert a majority of her spells into healing herself up since she was all the way at 0 hit points.
Yeah, this was very painful for our resources.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Steve, how many spells did you use for the last bit?
3.
Okay, good. So far, and so long as Lyra didn't use much more than that, I think we're only 1 minute of healing.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to say you are 2 minutes into all of your minutes per level spells. So you've got 8 minutes of
Stone Skin?
of Death Watch,
Not
or Death Ward, rather.
Well, so
Stone Skin
was much longer.
Yeah, Stone Skin is
yeah.
20 minutes, so you have 18 minutes of Stone Skin left.
I think at this point, too, Durin is just going to pull a big, nasty looking syringe off his belt and jam it into his arm. It looks like it's actually empty, like he'd be just shooting air into his veins, but it has the invisibility serum of his mutagen. I've kind of gotten to the point where it's like his will save sucks enough that taking it down a point or two isn't probably going to matter too much. Watch me eat my words probably this episode, but this does give him his invisibility powers for the next hour or so, and it's going to help his AC and his to hit and all of that fun stuff. So I'm hoping this pays off.
Sure.
And he goes invisible.
All right. So you guys cast a couple spells. Durin goes invisible. And do you guys want to place yourselves on the map?
For sure.
What's the game plan here? Are you guys going to investigate the room to the south now that you're kind of approaching the end of the hallway? Ikmer and Matumbe at least can see that there's another door to the north. So there's a door to the south and a door to the north.
Door to the south was the one with the whispers, right?
Yes, the door to the south had, and it wasn't really whispers. It's just you were so far away and through closed door, you really needed that like 50 perception to hear like the conversation through these like stone walls and, heavy wooden doors.
Got it.
But you heard a conversation. To you, it was like muffled.
How about we start with this? Matume checks out the doors, looks for traps, get a gauge on if this is going to like squeak when we open it or be super noticeable. And if there's something that needs to get disarmed or done stealthily, we can talk about that. But if not, we're probably just going to have like Ick plow through this thing.
So you're checking out the southern door. Go ahead and make me a perception.
Absolutely.
Will do. Oh, this is just classic Ikmer. 13.
Yeah, with a 13, it looks like a regular door. Heavy, but not like trapped.
Yeah, not wonderful for Matsumbe. That is going to be a 43 on perception, 44 for traps.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be trapped, and further, it doesn't appear to be locked.
Okay.
Well, Ikma, this door is not locked. It is also not trapped. I think there are adversaries on the other side. We probably have little hope of sneaking through. What say you? Shock and awe?
That sounds like a plan to me. I think I'm going to open it real quick, rush in there, and then, just follow behind. Hope for the best.
Okay.
Ooh, Uska's going to form a life link with Air Bear before we go in.
Okay. Ikmer, you open the door, and you see inside this room two figures. One is a pale-skinned woman sitting at a comfortable-looking chair towards the south of the room, and the other is a well-dressed, almost in like a butler attire, looking figure. But when you look closer, you can tell that he is like horribly gaunt, and further, you can tell that like this like butler attire is a facade. He's got some pretty serious armor on.
Okay.
Underneath. But he turns to you upon you opening the door, and now you can see like as he's faced you, he's just got this like tall, lanky frame. His eyes look like dead fish eyes, and his hair is like limp and light. He kind of gestures at you with his palms open. My, more visitors. Eh? I must warn you, the living are not looked kindly upon in Renchurch. What is it that I can do for you?
We're looking for our friend Kendra.
Oh, Miss Kendra. Well, I am the cathedral's Chamberlain. However, what business do you have with Miss Kendra? She is very occupied at the moment.
Well, the Kendra we know would make time for us, and we know that she's been kidnapped by a bad person, and we'd like to talk to her.
Oh, so you know Miss Kendra from before. Well, that won't do. And you've come this far in the cathedral.
That's right.
Oh, the Grey Friar will be much displeased about this, but it is a Chamberlain's duty to dispatch of the riffraff. And so, I do apologize, but I will ask you one more time to leave peacefully.
And we're not leaving without Kendra.
Shame. You seem a nice young man. But the Grey Friar will turn you all compliant in undeath, so maybe this is the better fate for you. And he pulls out a sword from his side. I need everybody to roll for initiative. All right. Air Bear.
He was ready for this with the 31.
31, nice. How about Uska?
I'm rolling my critical knit sweater today, and it is helping me out because it's a 27.
Very nice.
Nice. Tulia.
Tulia got a 25.
All right. How about Matumbe?
I'm going to need to know Tulia's modifier. Also got a 25.
Plus 8.
Haley, not only will we roll off next episode for the drink poll, but we will roll off tonight for initiative. Oh, fuck.
A natural 1.
9.
So, Matube Tulia.
All right, how about Durin?
Actually, drop Matumbe behind Tulia. I'd rather her go first. I'll just wait, see what happens. She got spells and shit.
Fair enough.
Durin has a 28.
What's Durin's modifier?
That'll be an 11.
Okay. Lyra?
22.
Some good initiatives tonight. Eclipse?
Until me.
Yeah.
7.
7. How about Ikmer?
14. But that was like a decent roll.
No one said you were quick.
You know what? That actually, it's good that you got above Eclipse because now your characters are curling back to back. Because Air Bear's at the top and Ikmer was going to be at the bottom.
Yep.
I don't know why this is on round 2.
Because you never ended the combat.
Well, we're just going to start on round 2.
What?
So, Air Bear,
Legal?
you're up.
So he is going to move 15 feet in, see these two characters, the one butler-looking man, and say, oh gosh. Well, he is going to declare a challenge against this man and say, it was quite the surprise. We didn't even try to sneak through, just bust the door open. And declare the challenge against this man with a swift action.
I'm going first this combat. That was quite the surprise you pulled on us.
I think he was more saying it was a surprise Ikmer busted down the door without sneaking.
And then I guess he's just going to have to continue his movement because at this point I've stopped to declare his challenge, and then I'll move another 5 feet to be right next to this gentleman.
Okay. Next in the order, you see rising out of the floor this writhing storm of screaming spectral faces that moves and attacks at Air Bear.
That wasn't in the initiative order, so admittedly that was a little bit of a surprise. Didn't see him there.
Invisible
Yeah,
creatures
not
stay
great.
invisible initiative.
Yep.
How is a 25 against your touch?
That does hit. Admittedly, he is also 10 feet away, so that is also not great.
Yeah, you got a bit of reach.
I don't really see anything but a black blob
Yeah, so
from
you
my
take
perspective. It's
22 points of damage, and I can show you guys an image of these.
I would love to see what horrible creature is haunting us.
Admittedly,
yeah.
it does kind of look like a black blob, but you can kind of, just like you can see a shape in a cloud, you can kind of make out the faces screaming.
It kind of looks like a shadowy Dorito chip or guitar pick, but,
Yeah, I mean,
but it's full of like faces if you look really close.
Faces like scream
It's
face.
actively moving. That's why
Yeah.
it's shaped weird. It's a moving cloud in the image. So you're going to take 22 points of damage.
Okay, that's not great.
Now, again, with like the corrupting touch stuff, that's not negative energy damage. So I believe you're not immune to it with your death ward. The other thing that happens is you take 2 points of wisdom damage.
Oh boy.
This is notably also not a negative effect. It's a mind affecting effect.
Oh, and no save.
And there is no save.
Ouch.
Lovely.
Yes.
Great.
Gonna be like that then, huh?
I'm going to be like that, yeah, for a little bit. However, it's Durin's turn now.
Lovely. So Durin cannot see the lady that's in this room, but he can see this. I think he was describing himself as a butler, a porter, maybe.
Yeah. The Chamberlain.
The Chamberlain. Yes, that's correct.
Wilt.
Yes, yeah.
And then behind that is this shadowy guitar pick. Durin actually does have pretty good knowledge of religion, so he does want to learn a little bit more about both of these creatures because that's going to determine who I attack. Are these both knowledge religions? Am I assuming undead on these guys?
Both
or-
of them would be knowledge religion.
All right, let's do Chamberlain. 29.
29. Let's see. He is. Yeah, you're going to get one question on him. What I will tell you is he looks like some variation of a creature called a Fext.
Affexed?
F-E-X-T.
Oh. I've literally never heard that word before in my life. Okay. Durin is invisible right now. What are its senses?
Let's see. His senses. Just dark vision, I
Just
believe. Hold on. It's got some at-wills that I want to make sure are not... Nope, yeah, just dark vision for him.
Interesting. Okay. And then Caller in Darkness. Ooh, also a terrible roll there. 26 total.
26 meets your one question.
Same question.
So, yes, this is a Caller in Darkness, and it has dark vision as well, and I believe that's it. I'm just looking for anything that's like a life sense that any of these guys have. It doesn't appear to...
Okay. So I think what Durin is going to do is he's going to target the Chamberlain, who's the closest one to us. They're both right next to each other, so if I hit, we'll be doing a little bit of splash damage. What Durin's going to do is he's going to take a move action to use Bullseye Shot, steadying his aim for his eventual actual attack, and he's going to pull this vial off of his belt that has this like miasmic purple energy contained within it. This is a void bomb. He clips that onto an arrow, pulls back the string, and lets loose at the Chamberlain. So I'm going to roll this at a +2 because I'm invisible and he can't see me. And then he's not going to get his dex bonus if he has any to his AC. Ooh, sounds like I might need it. That's a 9, 11, 37?
37 does it.
Okay, so let's get started here with a little bit of regular damage. I didn't have power attack on. That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage from the bow.
None of that appears to go through.
Okay. That is not entirely surprising, but the bomb explodes. It's a little less powerful than a regular bomb. We're using D4s instead of D6s. But let's get the damage first before we talk about what actually happens. And those of you who've heard the neutral interlude probably know. It's 28 points of bludgeoning damage. I imagine not all of it goes through if the last one didn't. But this is why I did that. I'm going to need a reflex save.
Sure thing. Oh, buddy.
What?
You already knew this information. So
Yeah, everything.
If
has
you got to
freedom of
take this
movement.
back, you can. Remember, everything is freedom of movement in here because of the unhallow.
Oh, fuck. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I would have done
That's
a
totally
different
fine.
on them.
You could take that back if you want to just cut, redo your turn.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be the same turn, just with a different bomb.
That's fine. I'll allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just swap the bomb if you
Yeah.
want to swap the bomb.
Let's just call it a holy bomb then. Good
Okay.
damage.
All right.
We're not even going to worry about a fortitude save because that's staggered versus evil. Undead don't roll fortitude saves. So let's just talk damage. 32 points of good damage.
Okay.
And then I'll need a reflex save from the big boy, the Caller in Darkness, for the splash.
Sure. Ooh, horrible roll. 22.
22 is a fail. That is going to be 13 points of good damage.
All right.
And
Sorry, I gotta take the effects. 18 damage back out. There we go. All right.
And since that kind of just originates from the void at the back of the party, they probably don't have a great idea where he's at, but I am going to be safe and just take a 5-foot step back to throw him off further. And that's his full turn.
Sure. Uska.
Uska may not have been able to see that air bear was hit, but she can feel it because she loses 5 hit points and he gains 5. And she looks to Ikmer, who's currently blocking the door, and she can see one enemy inside, and she pulls at his strands of fate, giving him protective luck.
All right.
And then she moves. Currently, she can't see all the way into the room, so she just moves to the other side of the doorway so she can see inside.
All right. Sounds good. Tulia, you're up.
Tulia cannot see a single enemy from where she is standing.
Tragic.
So I'm going to start walking and see if I see anything.
You see about half.
I see half of a woman.
Nice.
Which half?
Upper.
Nice.
Bottom half of a horse.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and actually just go use a magic missile.
A magic missile.
Yeah. Because until some of this clears out with my melee people, I can't really move around. And so what I don't want to do is I don't want to go in for combat. I also don't want to delay because I like where I'm at in my initiative.
Yeah, it always makes sense to have the person like at the doorway to go just about last in combat.
That's how it's always done.
Yeah. Take it from the pros.
18.
18.
I'm very proud of myself. Those were some great rolls.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Matumbe.
Bear, I am on my way. Ikma, you make a better door than a window. Has anyone told you that?
As he passes through.
Actually, he's really good at protecting if something were to run up.
I know. I've known him just as long as you. I know this. I'm giving the boy a little guff.
Meanwhile, all these enemies are like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, all this bickering like old people.
The Chamberlain's like, these guys do seem quite nice.
We've been
Told them they just have to turn around.
we've been together for too long. We're just bickering in
Like
combat.
an old couple.
And Matume moves 20 feet up. This gets him right by the Chamberlain. What's going to happen? We all know. It's a big old swipe with the book.
All right.
After I roll knowledge checks.
Yes.
Ooh, good call.
Knowledge.
Smart.
All right. Chamberlain first. Here we go. Oh boy, he's just making Durin look like a huge chump here. Oh boy. 54.
54. Let's see.
That could have been my attack roll, but, well, I mean, not 54, but the die I rolled could have been my
That's
attack
good.
roll, but you know what? It's fine.
Oh, hey, you'll get it twice. I have faith. Or better.
You got 5 questions, bud.
Are there more than 5 things to ask?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you could ask.
Special defenses. It
Sure,
clearly has DR.
sure.
What's the DR?
Okay, so he's got DR 10 glass or obsidian. So your item must be made of glass or obsidian to bypass the DR.
Everyone has those
He's got
glass swords.
Energy resistance to electricity and fire. He's immune to ability drain, bleed, cold, death effects, disease, energy drain, exhaustion, fatigue, mind affecting, non-lethal paralysis, physical ability damage, poison, sleep, and stunning. And he has spell resistance.
Special abilities.
Sure, special abilities. At will, he can cast Death Knell, Protection from Good, and Speak with Dead. 3 times a day, he can cast Bestow Curse. Oh, and I guess I'll give you this as maybe a part of defenses. He also has mobility.
Oh. Let's get a weakest save in there.
Weakest save is Reflex.
Reflex, okay.
Might as well do the one we only do when we have too many, which is any weaknesses.
Weaknesses, yes.
This isn't a weakness, but technically it contains a weakness. So when effects is reduced to 0 hit points by anything other than a glass weapon or obsidian weapon, it's not destroyed, but instead becomes unconscious. Additionally, 1d4 minutes after falling unconscious, it gains fast healing 1. To be completely destroyed, it must be reduced to 0 hit points by a glass or obsidian weapon, or once it's rendered unconscious, its head must be severed and anointed with holy water.
Matumbe looks back. Eclipse. Then he looks slightly to the side.
Durin, holy water, beheading. You too.
I think I can do that.
Perfect.
You have like special attacks. I could tell you what the spell resistance is, or what the energy resistances are.
I don't know. Let's just get the energy resistances and call it a day.
Okay.
I don't know.
Resistant to electricity 10 and fire 10. Spell resistance 21.
Whoa.
Ow!
Julia, don't worry about this one. Not for you.
All right. Let's keep it rolling. Color in darkness.
Sure.
Don't worry. Much. Oh my god. As low as I could. 1 on the D20, 1 on the D6. That'll be a 32.
32 will get you 2 questions.
Special defenses.
Special defenses. Oh, they're incorporeal, first off. They're immune to ability drain, bleed, critical hits from anyone but Air Bear, because Air Bear has that like ghost touch on his weapons. Immune to death effects, disease, energy drain, exhausted, fatigue, mind affecting, non-lethal, paralysis, physical ability damage, poison, precision, sleep, stunning. Again, the precision only applies to people without ghost touch.
All right. You know what? Let's just swing for the fences here. Weaknesses.
Weaknesses. It does have sunlight powerlessness.
Oh.
So if the creature is in sunlight, but not in an area of daylight or similar spells, it cannot attack and is staggered.
That's cool. I don't think anyone has sunlight off the rip.
No.
And I hope the listening audience isn't bored of this because I'm rolling on the third person.
Sure.
All right, that is going to be a 40, a flirty 40.
Let's see. Flirty 40. 3 questions.
Special defenses.
Okay, she's a vampire. So same special defenses as you know vampires have. DR 10 magic and silver. And then the important ones, energy resistance, cold, and electricity 10. And like she has some channel resistance, you know.
Gotcha. Let me get a weakest save in here.
Weakest save is reflex.
Reflex. Anything anybody wants to know about this lady?
I don't have anything specific.
Come on, Brooks. I know you want something.
You know, she doesn't have we didn't call out her senses yet. Let's do that one as well.
Okay, yeah, sure. Senses.
Yep, so she, like most vampires, has dark vision. That's it. The only other things I'll give you is she's holding a hero deck. She appears to be some kind of caster.
Okay. I would like to amend my movement slightly to put myself next to Air Bear because I can do that at no penalty of movement. As he would have gone through the door, he could take the same diagonal right
step,
next to him. And then Matumbe after staring at 3 creatures for about 20 minutes and absorbing everything that they can do, is going to try and swing at this Chamberlain dude with his book.
Sure.
Natural 1.
Oh,
All right.
And that's his turn.
Okay, it is the woman in the back's turn. She is going to draw 3 hero cards.
I doubt this bode wells for us.
I got my deck here, so
Ooh.
Ooh, that's fun.
they give you like dice rolls you can use for this. If you haven't guessed, she's a harrower.
I'm excited to see what she can do.
Matumbe shouts to the crowd.
Leave her to Lyra. These two will duel it out.
Are they going to fight with their cards?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel.
God, this is cool. Okay. So the way a harrower works is they can, as they level up, certain suits give them special powers to their spells. One of the suits is the strength, the Tower of Strength. So whenever a harrower uses her harrow casting ability, which is what I'm using, to augment a spell that deals damage to hit points, the spell deals +1 point of damage per die for each card from the suit of strength she draws. I've got 2 suit of strength cards, so this is going to be +2 damage per die
Yikes.
to the spell I'm about to cast.
I'm sure it's only a couple times.
Yeah. Only a couple.
We're not clumped up at all.
So, in a 40-foot emanation,
40.
yeah, 40-foot radius burst, so I'm going to throw it at the door because we got some cold immunity in these guys, and it's going to hit everybody. So it's going to be cast on Ikmer. I need reflex saves from everybody.
Matumbe is a 33. Then Durin is a 25.
Okay. Matumbe succeeds, and he has the Ring of Evasion, right?
Absolutely.
So he's good. Durin fails.
Fuck.
Clips got 27. The Lapper got a 22, and Tulia got a 28.
Okay. The Lopper fails. The other 2 succeed, so they'll take half.
Lyra got a 9. Uska got a 19.
Okay, so they both fail. However, Lyra's not going to take the listed damage. She's going to take more damage because she's a watery creature. So I'll roll your damage separate.
Ouchie.
Why do you keep forcing Lyra to make saves?
Once again, Emily, great job on these saves. Let's keep it going.
Keep it coming, Emily.
Book 6, a 9 reflex save. We're looking great.
That was about as low as I could go. I'm trying.
That's great. Ikmer and Airbear both got a 25.
They both fail. So anyone that fails takes 78 cold damage.
Oh.
Those that succeed, aside from Matumbe, will take 37. And then let's get Lyra's damage.
Oh my god, she might die from a one shot.
Actually, she takes less damage.
Oh,
I mean, it's 14d8 versus 14d6.
is that because she
I just
like
rolled the d8s.
her water insulates her?
I'm just rolling the d8s. So I rolled 14d8 and the total was less than the 14d6.
Yeah.
So you take 73 points of damage. So you lucked out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones in that grouping. No 8s.
What's this look like, Griff? Like what just happened here?
So you see coming from her hands what looks like a snowball, and it sails right into Ikmer, and almost like a kid that gets hit with a snowball in the face. At first, he just feels cold, and then this thing grows into a sphere that's bigger than him and almost hatches like an egg and radiates this burst of cold. And Lyra, being more aquatic, feels the intensity of the cold even worse as like her overly moist body freezes up. So she should have taken more damage, but she didn't.
Luck is finally on my side.
And then I'm I'm just going to have her move 30 feet away. Lyra, it's your turn.
Lyra can't even see inside the room to see any combatants right now.
Now, what I will say is that although you didn't ask a ton or learn a ton about that woman in the back, what she just did immediately makes most of you think she's probably the biggest threat in the room.
I mean, yeah, she just put out multiple hundreds of damage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
Lyra realizes we need as much help as we can get. So she starts singing. And remember, you get an extra d6 of sonic damage. I didn't hear that in any of the resistances.
Oh, yeah.
If you or they are within 30 feet
Yes,
of
that is true.
Lyra, which at this point, I don't know if that works through a wall.
Well, yeah, Lyra can't see right now, so she is going to move up 10 feet. She still can't see. I mean, that spell hit all of us, and Lyra was kind of standing off to the side, so she takes another step to kind of back up and then be able to see into the room, and now she's lined up with the door, so I think at this point, her song would be kind of spilling into the room as she can see.
Sure.
And that's going to be her full turn.
Well, perfect. It's the Chamberlain's turn. He kind of sadly, sword in hand, but he kind of sadly shrugs at the group of you. I told you it didn't have to be this way. And then, he is going to cleave, starting with Air Bear. So if he hits Air Bear, he's going to cleave through to Batumbe.
Okay.
All right.
Notably, this will hurt his AC a bit. Okay, Air Bear, how is a 36 to hit?
That does hit.
Okay. Take 22 points of damage.
Oofda. Okay.
But because you have Death Ward on, you do not take negative levels.
That's very good. Air Bear is very hurt.
And then he's going to go ahead and cleave through to Matumbe. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Perfect. Did you know that when standing next to Air Bear, I get a +1 to my AC?
That's awesome.
Oh, wait a second.
For the confirm. Are you close enough?
To Matumbe. Yeah, I'm within 30 feet of both of them with Uska, and Uska has acted. So she will use her
My hero.
Yes.
Define Interference since they're within 30 feet. And just, it's going to be a first level spell, so just -1.
Okay, that's going to be it would be a 38, but it's a 37 because of the -1.
That's fine. It's not a crit.
Okay,
Yes.
We'll
still
take
a
it.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely take that. 23 points of damage.
I'll gladly take that over a crit and whatever nasty potential crit stuff he has.
For sure.
And then he's going to, because he used Cleave, which is a standard action, he's going to use a move action to kick on his boots. You see little wings appear on the heels of his boots. And he's going to take a diagonal 5-foot step up. So he is now 5 feet in the air, which is still plenty reachable by both of you.
If we step up.
Yes, if you step up. Next, you see a second caller in darkness. Who is going to take a step up. 5-foot step up. This one's the Frank caller in darkness.
And so I started blasting.
That's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna attempt to touch Air Bear.
Okay. This isn't gonna end well.
Yeah, that's a 32 against touch.
Yep.
Okay, so damage-wise, it's only 20 points of damage,
Oh boy.
and then you take 3 points of wisdom damage.
You said that was 3?
Yes, 3 points of wisdom damage. Ikmer is up.
Oh boy. He's going to run up to the Chamberlain and say, you could have just given us our friend. I don't know why
My
you're
boy,
trying.
I don't have her. I don't have her. And I told you have to go away with the Great Friar. Well, he will have you.
And we want our friend. What a diplomat.
You'll make quite the fext, much like me. We all wear heavy armor.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe we'll talk after this or something. I don't know.
You could be the stable boy. I'm the Chamberlain. You could be the stable boy.
Pretty good deal.
All right. My people will call your people after this. Yeah, let's get in touch. But gonna attack first.
Sure.
With a 9 on the die, I don't think it's... Well, it's 32.
You never know. He's taking a cleave AC penalty, but a 32 unfortunately does not hit.
Wow. That is a standard and move.
Yep.
That's all he's got.
You're toe to toe now.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for Eclipse and the Lopper.
Yes, so standard action. I will get Ghost Touch because I feel like that's really needed at this point.
Well, Sarah Bear just takes him out.
There's 2 of them though.
Well, Sarah Bear just takes him out.
Is Air Bear doing that? Do we feel confident?
I would say Air Bear is... He was hurt very much so before he got hurt. Now he's
I feel
extra hurt.
confident in Air Bear having one more turn.
What's the over under on?
You know what? I'm not gonna do Ghost Touch. I am though going to go over to Air Bear. Well, actually, I think right behind Matumbe and next to Air Bear. And I'm gonna cast Cure Serious Wounds on you,
Oh, thank you.
so you can keep hitting us or keep hitting for us. 20 points of healing.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Okay, great.
Hey, do you have a religion?
I do. I will roll a religion check. Knowledge check for religion. 25.
That beats, so I'm going to give you an important tidbit about these callers in darkness. That thing they keep doing to Air Bear is consuming his mind. If his wisdom goes to 0, he is permanently dead.
Oh.
If any of your wisdom score reaches 0 from these creatures, you are permanently dead. In fact, unless you kill the thing that absorbed their mind, you can't bring those people back unless you use Wish or Miracle to free the creature's mind. So you're not going to want your wisdom to go to 0.
And Brooks, your wisdom's at like 24, 25 right now, right?
Closer to half that.
Well, that's actually not too bad.
I'm taking 5 points of wisdom.
I have.
So imagine you're sitting at like a 7.
My wisdom is at 9.
Okay. Well, I attempted to heal you,
You did a lot.
but I can't do anything for your wisdom right now, so sorry. Okay. The Lopper is going to come into the room here and go help out Ikmer.
I believe you take an AOO there. You went through that
For
square. He's got a 10-foot reach.
I thought that was 15 feet when I was counting. That's why I was...
10 feet.
Oh. Then...
That'd be 15 if you wanted to go in and then take another diagonal.
Yeah, that's what you saw. I was trying to, avoid it. I just didn't... I thought that was 15. So I should be able to do...
You go
Here to here. Okay, so the Lopper has walked up and then gonna slam.
Sure.
AKA headbutt. That would be a 32.
Nope. That is a miss.
That is bad.
That's a miss with the cleave penalty.
Wow.
That is really bad.
Very, very bad.
Air Bear, you're up.
All right. He exclaims with his new blade, "Let the light of this blade shine on you," and 5-foot step up and try to attack the Chamberlain. He is desperate for a critical threat at this point, because with this blade, even with a critical threat, the target has fairy fire, which is very close to sunlight. Which is
Not quite.
it is described as the target is surrounded by a halo of golden sunlight, equivalent to fairy fire.
Yes, equivalent to fairy fire. He's not the one that's weak to sun, by the way. It's the
I understand that,
the big guys.
but it would hopefully at least do something, because
You are the only one that can attack the color and darkness for full damage.
Yep, you're literally the only one.
you're right. I'm gonna take all of that. I'd like to take all of that back, revoke my challenge.
Oh yeah, you haven't challenged, so sure you can.
So it certainly won't be anywhere near the same amount of damage, but he at least needs to do something here. So taking a 5-foot step up, attacking the color in darkness?
Color in darkness, yeah.
Right ahead of him. I want to roll at least the first 3 by hand because they are so important. It's not a critical threat, and it's not even that great. 20?
20 does not hit.
Also not a critical threat. I'd really prefer not to say this number, but it is nowhere near the first one.
Ooh.
And unfortunately worse than the next, or than the previous. That is...
What's your first hit? Only a 20.
Yes.
Is it because you're not challenging?
Is challenge that?
Well, he's not
big?
challenging, and he's attacking with a non-agile weapon, so it doesn't.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Double whammy.
It's like it adds his negative strength to hit instead of his plus 7 dex to hit.
Yep.
So with that, he is going to attack with his offhand weapon. Going to be much stronger. 31 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, thank goodness. Here comes the critical threat here with an 18 on the die, bringing that one to 37. So, yep.
And they can be crit by you.
Thank goodness. Okay, I am going to roll to confirm that. Oh, absolutely. 12 on the die plus the critical feat plus 4 critical focus.
So 16 plus your to hit.
Yes, so that brings it to a 35.
Yep, you got it. That's a confirmed crit.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, we're racking up damage here. I do not get any more hit. So, 1 crit and 1 normal.
and you are within 30 feet of Lyra.
So 2d6 of Sonic for 71 damage.
All right, very good damage. And obviously, because your ability now with the Iron Stone to ghost touch both your weapons, that all goes through.
Thank goodness. We need to start doing damage back.
It is the alert color in darkness's turn. It's going to attack Air Bear.
Okay.
That is a 32
That will not hit.
to touch.
Oh, yeah. That is going to hit.
Okay. It's going to deal 29 points of damage, and you're going to take 1 point of wisdom damage. Then it's going to take a 5-foot step to consume you.
Oh,
Now this darkness is wrapped around you.
and Air Bear almost smiles because he wants to be underfoot. But he can't. His jaw is probably so messed up right now from all the damage he's taken.
Well, it is Durin's turn.
Okay. We know the real threat here. I mean, the real threat is getting wiped by these creatures, but the biggest threat in this room is the vampire lady in the back. Nobody is close to her, but we do have a ranged DPS character. So Durin was not able to see her before. However, she moved across the room. So if he takes this, so she crossed his sight line at some point. He takes a step and is now able to see her. He is still invisible.
You only needed a 5 foot for that, which is great.
Absolutely. So he's going to steady his shot. She's too far away to do like a full bomb barrage and be really confident about it. So he is going to spend a swift action to... Oh boy, it's a little too early to try and just damage her to death. So he is going to... Oh, you know what? I think I have to do that because I was either going to use flash powder to try and blind her or a thunderstone to try and deafen her. Both of those require a fortitude save. She's undead. So he attaches a holy water flask to his arrow. He also puts a explosive bomb on there because of her energy resistances. I did not hear fire. Let's get that persistent ticking if I can hit her. And he's going to pull back the string of the bow and let fly. We're going to need it. I rolled really bad, but that is going to be a 33, and she does not get her dex bonus.
Yep, that hits.
Wonderful. We're going to start with 17 points of piercing damage.
And remind me, what's the plus on this?
Just a +1.
Okay, so 7.
Fine by me. We're also going to do 23 points of fire damage. We're going to be ticking D6s on her turn, unless you want to take some time to get rid of that. And then finally, that holy water splashes over her and does an additional 2d4 points of damage. Let's get that going. 4 additional points of holy water damage. And I think that's it.
Okay.
However, now, notably, that invisibility kicks off for him. He's no longer invisible.
So she takes this explosive and looks right down the barrel at you as you become visible.
Yeah.
Snarls at you with a fanged grimace. Uska.
Uska is not feeling great after all that cold damage, but not 100% of the cold damage went through thanks to her tiefling ancestry.
Oh, you only took 73, just like Lyra?
Yeah. I'll take what I can get because she keeps that life link going. Air Bear heals 5 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
And then she takes a 5-foot step up just to get better sight into the room. She channels for 29 hit points. And thankfully, everyone is within range. We get that roll twice, take the better. And then...
Except the Lopper. The Lopper's straight through a wall.
Oh, I could not even see him. So, yes. And then final action, Uska cackles to herself, extending the protective luck on Ikmer. And that will be her full turn.
Okay. Tulia. You can see Ikmer, the Lopper, and a tiny bit of this Fext. Chamberlain.
All right. So Tulia is going to take a 5-foot step up. She can now see the Caller in Darkness and the Chamberlain.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not everybody. Now she can see the pale female from before. There's so much resistance to electricity and fire. Very unfortunate for me. And so Tulia is going to cast the spell Release the Hounds, and a pack of wolves is going to encapsulate, basically surround this vampire sorcerer. And so I need a large token, please.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
You're a game master. Do it yourself.
I love how even this room has the detail to have curtains.
Oh, I didn't even notice
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And, you know, that means that from this room, they expect a view to, you know, occasionally draw and open the curtains. That's a lovely touch.
I mean, there's no windows on the map, but yeah.
Oh, if only there were windows. But it's like eternally dusk here, so we couldn't just open up the blinds and let the sunlight in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to give you level 2 options to win a fight in, book 6. Unfortunately.
But I love the idea. They
Okay.
might want to look outside.
So the wolf pack is now on top of and all over this vampire sorcerer. This is the distraction special. It's got all the swarm abilities. So if there's casting, obviously this will cause problems. And then the swarm will deal 3d6 points of damage. So that's 10 points of damage. And this isn't going to be a major damage dealing thing, but I'm hoping this helps distract and cause problems for...
Does it do anything if it deals 0 damage? Like, does it still distract and stuff?
I think so.
I think that's a swarm property.
All right. Matumbe.
Okay. Matumbe sees this swarm of wolves burst out of the ether and start attacking this vampire caster lady. He is right next to a ton of his friends and these color and darknesses, but he knows that this lady is powerful and she could probably just step out of that swarm and start attacking. So he's going to look to his friends around him.
You deal with these creatures. I will help the wolves.
And he's going to make a break to try and lock this lady into this wolf swarm, which I can get to where I want to go. But this is going to occur in some attacks of opportunity, Griff. First one being from this close collar in darkness.
Yep. That is a 35 against touch.
Oh, well, touch. Yep, that'll touch.
I did that same thing earlier.
Usually.
Yeah, my AC's a fucking 40 where I'm standing when I'm doing this.
Damn, that's close to Ikmar, not quite.
24 points of damage and 4 points of wisdom damage.
All right, and then I'll take another one coming out of the next step.
Right. That is only a 32.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Okay. Ooh, another 22. And... oof, another 4 points of wisdom damage.
Tumbe's wisdom's not looking good. However, that reposition, he runs through, and does the vampire have an opportunity to take an opportunity attack on him?
Yep, for sure.
All right. So she can.
She's going to miss with like a 20.
Okay. That's good. I can't do anything this round, but for the listeners at home, if the swarm covers a 2x2 grid, she's in the bottom left, and then Matumbe is at that diagonal corner, so she can't 5-foot step anywhere and cast a spell. She is stuck in between Matumbe and inside this swarm. Is it worth it? I took 8 points of wisdom damage and my wisdom is a 10, so probably not. But
Oh boy.
But we got her locked down now.
So
Don't go near those color darknesses again.
I have no intention of going anywhere near them.
So, I do have to say, as rules written, it is the undead trait is immunity to any effect that requires a fortitude save, which would mean that a swarm distraction effect requires that fortitude save and therefore immune to swarm distraction effect.
But she'll still take the damage. Well, if you roll higher than 10. Because of her DR. Because Swarm's not dealing magic and silver damage, right?
I wouldn't think so.
Hang on, because it's not just a normal swarm. It's not.
But if she takes damage, then she does get distraction.
I think the distraction ability is just if she's in the square of the swarm, she has to roll a fortitude save. However, she's undead, so they don't roll fortitude saves, so she just doesn't do that part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus, she's got like animal empathy with wolves. Because she's a
Convenient.
No, I swear to God. I
that's-
swear to
oh
God, it's a
my.
vampire trait.
Thing.
To wolves?
Yeah.
Yes. Children of the Night.
I have that on my sheet.
Once per day, vampire can call forth 1d6 plus 1 rat swarms, 1d4 plus 1 bat swarms, or 2d6 wolves as a standard action. But beyond that, they're empathetic with those animals.
Well, this is a winter wolf swarm.
Oh, okay.
So, it's different, clearly.
Yeah, very different. Much different.
Give me something.
It's a winter wolf swarm? How's it only large? A single winter wolf is large.
Because it's actually a wolf swarm that I'm supposed to use all the winter wolf traits for. It's a wolf swarm. A
wolf swarm of 4
Sounds like it's more like a wintry wolf swarm, not a winter wolf swarm.
That's correct. That is what it is. It would be
Are they winter wolves? Are they just wolves with white fur? I don't know. Did I paint them white before I cast a spell? I'm not sure. All right. It is the vampire's turn. I think she's going to take a 5-foot step, and she is first going to quicken a spell at Matumbe. So I'm going to do a ranged touch attack against the tombs. What the heck is my ranged touch attack bonus? All right, got it. All right, 24 against touch. Okay, here's what happens, bud. She shot an enervation at you. So you're going to take 4 negative levels.
But
Who needs levels?
aren't we immune to negative levels?
I mean, she wouldn't know that,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, bitch, yeah. Let's
Death
go.
Ward!
Keep them coming. I'll take those enervations all day.
She then draws her, from her deck.
Good call, Emily.
I spent so much resources on casting all of those spells. They gotta be useful.
Right, I got a charisma, a strength, and a con. The charisma makes her DCs go up. The con makes her heal when she casts this spell. And the strength, if it deals damage, would deal an extra point of damage per die. So I just need you to make me a quick will save.
You can roll twice
Okay.
and take the better if you want.
I don't need it. Just kidding. I'm absolutely going to do that. Okay. It's going to be a 34.
Okay. With a 34, you are you disbelieve the image coming at you. And then I need a fortitude save.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I don't need a fortitude. I think the initial will save saves you from the 3d6 damage too on the
Kind of a bummer.
Cosmo Killer.
Rolled well on the fort save too, but I'll take it. Absolutely. And he gives her the little finger side to side. I got stalwart.
Oh yeah. That too. That's her turn though. She 5-foot stepped. She used a move action, and she cast a spell.
And then takes 3 points of fire damage as she burns.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this fire damage is doing anything.
Ooh, interesting.
She had fire resistance.
No, she didn't.
No?
Not as a part of her stat block.
I thought she did, but it must have been someone else.
No, it wasn't part of her stat block. That was the Chamberlain guy.
Oh.
She had cold and electric. She could have cast a spell though, which wouldn't be part.
Yeah. I gave him a little pre-buff since y'all were in the hallway. Making noise. Choking.
Yeah.
Lyra.
I don't usually make noise.
What, when you're choking it?
No, he's pretty quiet.
Oh, Lyra's attention is pulled in so many different directions. She knows the damage that can be done to the mind from the Caller of Darkness. And she thinks about what she could use to help recover that. And unfortunately, a lesser restoration is going to take too long. It'll take 3 rounds. There's no way she'd be able to finish casting that. But a heal is much faster and would also end any ability damage. The problem is the person closest to dying is on the opposite side of the room.
Well, from a hit points perspective, Matube is fine.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I got 114 out of 160. As long as I don't take wisdom damage, I'm okay so far. Or if I don't fail whatever bomber spells she throws at me.
But one more hit from the Caller of Darkness could kill you.
Right, but he's not near
Okay.
either of them, you know. I'm just gonna put it out there. That'd be a kind of dick GM move for me to move one of them all the way down to him when there's 5 good targets up here.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to do that.
I did not calculate the touch attack into it. That is completely on me, but I figured I could get hit on my way down, and I just wanted to fuck with her because when I save from spells, nothing happens. So I wanted to aggro her, and that is actually working right
okay.
now.
Actively. And I love it.
Like, it looks like I'm failing, but I don't think I am yet.
I don't think so at all. You got this.
When it's between that and her doing like 70 points of damage to every other single person on the board, I think it's working.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get her to target you
Yeah.
by yourself.
Ooh, okay. Air Bear could still use that healing, or could do a Ghostbane Dirge, but that's not a guarantee.
That's a pretty low success rate. You got me the one time because I rolled like a nat 1, but at this level, Ghostbane Dirge is pretty low success. You're crit fail fishing.
Yeah, the odds aren't great on that, but Lyra can get up close to Air Bear in one move action, so she's going to start moving in just to get like a better view of the room because she still can't fully see. She enters the room. So Lyra continues moving. Ooh, we know these guys have reach.
Yep. Anywhere you move in is going to AOO you. You're currently in a threatened square.
Oh.
Moving into the room puts you in
Okay.
a threatened square, so...
I think Lyra would have known that because she could see the creature as she...
Yeah, so if you're moving into the room, you're going to take an AOO.
Okay.
You know, if you're moving past that first step into the room, no matter where you
So
go.
Lyra could see that creature, and we know from earlier combat that it had pretty solid reach from what Air Bear was sharing with the party. So as a swift action, she casts Grace on herself to allow her movement to not provoke attacks of opportunity. And then she moves into the room. Once she gets in, she can see a glimpse of Air Bear. And then she's going to cast defensively to heal Air Bear.
Okay.
And I am not going to use my roll twice and take the better. I have a really good cast defensively. This should be fine. 2 more than I needed.
There you go.
All right. She's able to cast heal defensively. So that is 130 hit points. And it removes ability damage and fatigue. So if you were fatigued before, that's now gone too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It cures a lot of things. So if you were down any other stuff, let me know.
Believe it or not, he's not quite full.
After 130
Yes.
and all that other healing,
Yes.
oh my gosh. Well, that was a good use of heal.
Yes, it was.
Unfortunately, this is a really scary spot for Lyra to be in, but this is where she's at, still singing her song.
Sure. It's a Chamberlain's turn. He's going to 5-foot fly here and full attack Lyra. Don't do positive energy near the undead guys. They really don't like that.
Yeah.
Now you have an active, whatchamacallit,
Death
on?
ward? Yes.
Yes.
And Stone Skin against this guy.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and throw my power attack on. Let's get it going. All right. That's a 36 for the first one.
Yep. That will hit.
Yep. Okay. That is a 30 for the second one.
Also hit.
All right. A low bonus on this. That's only a 25 on the last one.
Yep. That just does it.
So if these are physical attacks, that's 30 points immediately you'll take off because he's hitting 3 times.
I'm gonna need it.
Yep. I just want to make sure that you got it's 30, not 10.
Yeah. So you'll take 30 off of this. It's going to be 64 damage with the 30 damage taken out.
Okay. Thanks to that stone skin, I'm still up.
Yay!
Yay.
That was well worth it. Thank you.
And luckily you're not taking any of those negative levels, which would be really bad.
Yeah, that might put her under.
The Frank Color in Darkness, I think, is also going to attack Lyra. This is going to be a well into the 30s on touch, which I assume will be.
Yeah, I mean,
hit.
I think you're gonna.
Got you there. So let's see. 24 points of damage, and
Still up.
only one wisdom damage. And then this creature is going to kind of like sink into the floor and reappear in both of your squares.
Both of your squares meaning who?
Meaning Lyra and Eclipse.
Yikes.
Ikmer, you're up.
While very polite, that wasn't very nice. And is going to move 5.
He's only 5 feet in the air, so you don't have to move to attack him unless you're doing that for some other reason.
So this would mean that he is moving into the square of the Collar in Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
He would want to do this so that he could take the damage, potentially take damage for these other characters that have been hit pretty bad, and especially Lyra.
Okay, that's fine. Who
Yeah.
are you attacking?
But he is going to attack the Chamberlain 3 times.
Sure. Let's get it. Let's do it. He no longer has his stupid little cleave penalty.
Wow. Okay. Had some pretty hot rolls here.
Nice.
And wow. Okay. The first one is an 18 on the die for 41. So that
Yep.
has is a critical threat.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one that I rolled was a 20 on the die, bringing it up to 38.
Yep, that's a crit threat.
Oh, thank goodness. And then the last one was a 25. That is, we already know. So I am going to roll the first 2. Oh, actually before that, I'm going to roll my bite because, why not? You can get lucky. 24 does not hit, unfortunately. Okay, I am going to roll to see if I confirm the criticals. And on the first one, it's not going to do it with a 30,
Nope, that doesn't do it.
but does a 37.
37 does confirm. Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So 1 hit, 1 critical, and then we're still doing 2d6 of Sonic, correct?
Yep. So you still have.
Yeah, Lyra's right there.
Fantastic.
She's hidden. She's hidden
Yeah.
from you because she's behind the other Collar in Darkness. But
And that is another 7 on top of the 102 to bring it to 109
Oh.
damage to
Fucking boy, let's go.
109.
this polite Chamberlain.
Making this
damage.
Chamberlain's hit points wilt away.
You think at this point you've bloodied him?
Oh.
It's a start.
Yes.
Eclipse.
All right, Eclipse is gonna.
Well, first I need you to make me a will save.
You can roll twice to take the better.
I was just thinking I should do that because my will save is trash, as you all know. Mind affecting.
Let's see. Yes, mind affecting emotion and fear effect.
Plus.
Fear as well. That's inspired
Yes,
courage.
it is.
Crush it.
33.
Yep, nothing happens.
Thank God. I was a 2 and a 13, by the way.
Oof.
And only because it was mind affecting and fear did I even get up to that high. So, thank you to Emily. Okay, so she is going to take a 5-foot diagonal out, and she's now in range of literally everything, since everything's clustered. But this Color in Darkness down at the back, I believe that one's actually been hit already.
Yes.
So I want to try and hit that. I understand I'm only going to do 50% damage, but I want to work on knocking this Wisdom Drainer off the board.
Sure.
37.
Yep.
Okay. That's a critical threat.
Can't be crit by you.
Right.
Darn it.
Oh,
So what's it go to?
38.
Okay.
So I got 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled my damage for both those hits. I rolled 42 for my damage both times. And then plus 3 total sonic for both hits.
Okay. The sonic ends up as 1 no matter what, pretty much, because it's energy damage applied to an incorporeal creature.
Mm.
Yeah. So 42 plus 42. 84 points of damage
Halved.
is 42. Right, 42 plus 42. I keep getting that.
it keeps coming up 42.
So that is Eclipse's part of the turn. And then the Lopper is going to take a 5-foot step up and he's going to attack the same one. I want to get something off the board. And I know I can't do much damage, but this is what I can do.
Headbutt him to death. Let's go.
I didn't have Inspire Courage on the Lopper.
Important.
Clicked on.
Oh,
So
you
I'm
should
adding that.
definitely click that on. And the sonic damage.
Yes. All right. That is 31.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Fantastic.
So that is 71 points of damage.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful hit.
And that all acts as magical damage. As if it's a magical weapon.
Yep. So it can actually damage it.
Yeah, that's what I just want to make sure it's said.
Cool.
Important.
The creature is still there.
Fudge!
And it is the end of round 2. And I think I need you guys to finish your drinks because we'll see you next week.
Oh,
Oh,
here we go.
I knew it.
Right.
Hideous Laughter Productions is an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. Carrying Crown is copyright 2011. Carrying Crown and the Pathfinder Adventure Path are trademarks of Paizo. Paizo, Pathfinder, their respective logos, and all Paizo titles, characters, and artwork are properties of Paizo Inc. and used with permission.